Thing.
Oh, wow. Hey, welcome. We're not having thunderstorms here. Welcome to the QB Show. Myself, Woody Adams, Don Brolin, and we're going to bring on our special guest in about 2 seconds. Stacy's not going to be on the QB Show tonight because of massive thunderstorms in her area, and I guess all the power's out and stuff like that, which
Yep.
we know here in North Texas because it's been absolutely crazy the last couple weeks. So I'm Woody, and I'm a product specialist with Intuit, and though I am an employee of Intuit, Intuit's not affiliated with the show, and anything I do or say might not reflect the opinion statements or beliefs of Intuit. So that being said, fun show tonight. Of course, Dawn's on. We'll bring Dawn on, see how she's doing, and then, of course, we have a special guest from Avalara, who I'm still withholding the name. It's going to be fun. So, Dawn, how's it going there? Cough.
You know, I just coughed. Got still a bit of a cold, but don't worry. I have my T-Sheets inhaler.
Nice.
I realized today that it was red, and of course I
T-Sheets
had my
inhaler.
old-fashioned T-Sheets Tuesday T-shirt on, but I was gonna find a bottle of whiteout
T-Sheets inhaler.
tea and everything, but I just ran out of time. But how fun
They
would that be?
should. They should start just marketing other merchandise for everything.
I mean,
T-Sheets
I think
inhaler.
Avalara should make
T-Sheets.
orange inhaler containers with the A on it for
That's right.
asthma.
T-Sheets
Avalara?
unsweetened tea.
Yeah.
T-Sheets, yep, cool. Well, hey, and speaking of Avalara, one of our sponsors and longtime sponsors, we have Jamee Nunnelee on. And I don't know if, Jamie, you've been on before, but thanks for taking the time out of your night to come on. You're actually on vacation. How's it going there?
It's great. I'm in Bend, Oregon. It's absolutely gorgeous. Has anybody been to Smith Rock? I can
No,
see
but
it.
I've heard that Bend is the best weather in the U.S.
Yeah, people love to hate it here because it's so darn cool. I'm about to figure that out, but
Nice.
yeah.
Well,
and,
Go ahead. Well, I was just going to thank you for coming on the show, and you're on vacation, and I think it's great. So we'll make sure that your spot is, whenever you want to just split and go out to wherever you need to go, just let us know.
If
Are
you
we
had a
gonna-
microphone, we would prefer that you dropped out, but you do what you got to do. Look at you. That's right, cat. There's
Here's
a
to
cat
you.
here somewhere.
No, there's no, but I'm just cheersing, just because I should.
How about an
Oh,
owl?
that's awesome. And you have Avalara sunglasses on, I see. They're orange.
Yeah, because this is our best swag. Absolutely. Well, I'm not going to burn too much of your time tonight. I'm going to tell you about a really cool contest we're doing. So, have you guys heard
Yes.
about our Hawaii contest?
Oh,
Let's do
we
that,
have,
but,
not our listeners potentially.
Okay.
No, we have not, and I have not heard about it. So by all means, but also, Jamie, if you could quickly just explain your role and what you do for
Yeah.
Avalara, and then we'll go into the contest.
Absolutely, yeah. So my name is Jamee Nunnelee. I've been with Avalara for 2.5 years. When I started at Avalara, we had 300 employees, and now we have over 1,000. I have been running the Intuit channel the entire time and working with QuickBooks resellers and pro advisors and bookkeepers in the fabulous world of Intuit QuickBooks. So I drank the Kool-Aid. Mine's orange, not red, Dawn, even though I love T-sheets.
I know. Well, I'm waiting for an inhaler case now.
Okay. Well, I thought we were going to dress up in police outfits last time. We were going to like wear police outfits and go around. Remember that?
I have my, I got my badge, and I've done 2 state police ride-alongs. So I'm practicing. Don't get me wrong.
So Jamie, did you work with Maddie a lot?
I worked with Madeline a little bit. She worked in the kind of in business development in the accounting channel as we were building out that group. But
Nice,
mostly I
very
worked
cool.
with a sales team that when I started we had Ian Clyde and Jordan Lang, as you
Yes.
guys know, everybody in
Ian.
the space knows those guys, and now we have 35 salespeople focused on QuickBooks alone.
That is
And
awesome.
next week we're going live on the App Center, which is cool for QBO. And
very
if the
cool.
viewers don't know, we're the only gold level certified developer for Intuit for a sales tax solution for Intuit.
Nice. Oh yeah, and you're one of the oldest developers that would integrate with QuickBooks and particularly sales tax. So I remember back in 2005 when I was on the support phones, we would talk about AvaTax as we referred to it. So that's cool. Well, again, you're on vacation, so very quickly, what is this kind of contest and why does it have to do with Hawaii?
All right. So this is something that I drum up with my marketing gal about 2 years ago to give something back to the pro advisor and reseller community. These people are so awesome, and commissions just aren't enough. So So what we did was create a marketing program where we would, if they did marketing activities with us, such a webinar or white papers to their customers, every name that they got on our webinar or white paper would be their name in the hat for a trip to Hawaii.
Wow.
And our first year, Nancy Gomez won from the bottom line in California.
Yep.
And this last year, Marilyn Sudbeck from Nimbus Consulting.
Oh, Marilyn, yeah, right on.
Yeah, one of my favorite people. It was totally deserved. And Marilyn's a reseller for Intuit as well as a CPA, a very popular one in Colorado. And I'm really excited for her to take that trip to Hawaii.
Oh, yeah. You know, Marilyn, Marilyn's really cool. Once we were at a conference together, and someone was no, this was on a webinar or something, and someone was just going after me in like, yelling at me over something, and she actually jumped in and just laid the smack down. It was awesome, man.
Well, she knows her stuff. I mean, if she doesn't know it, she wants to know it. I mean, she is a serious student of the art of accounting.
Yeah. Wow, so she won. That's awesome. So how do you, so this is just 2 years old now, is your brainchild, and then when does the contest run for 2015, and like how do people enter? Because Hawaii is awesome.
Thank you. It's this year, it's similar to last year. You schedule a marketing activity, and every name that you get associated to your marketing activity is a name in the hat for the trip to Hawaii. The cool thing that we've added this year is that if you schedule a marketing activity before June 20th, again, June 20th, that's in 1 month, you can get a free margarita machine. So that means you, Woody, you, Dawn, Stacy out there, schedule a marketing activity with us, get some folks on it, and you'll have Avalara send you a really cool, one of those, like a blender type margarita machine, but very cool.
Absolutely. So by June 20th, though, must schedule a marketing activity by June 20th.
But here's what I'm thinking. If we get enough people that are interested before June 20th, they'll extend the date.
Oh, yeah.
Enter to win, is that correct? Or does everyone who's scheduled win?
Info, what is it? info.avalara.hawaii/
Hawaii entry. Hawaii contest entry. info.avalara.hawaii contest entry. And Stacy has this info, and I think Dawn has it, and we'll send it
again real quick, just because I'm typing in the chat room.
Thank you, honey.
Stand by.
info.avalara.hawaiicontest.com.
Entry.
Sorry, hawaiicontestentry.com.
Perfect.
All right, just put it in the chat.
Yeah.
Nice.
I think I spelled Hawaii properly.
It's not easy.
It's not.
We need margaritas for that.
Yes.
The other thing is naturally got to be an Avalara partner to sign up for the contest.
Okay.
And
now, do you have information? Yeah. How do you become an Avalara partner?
Well, it's free to anybody. There's no obligation. It's a 20% commission. There's a cool rewards program we have as well. We got an amazing new partner portal, a marketing center. We have a fancy schmancy new marketing tool called Orange in the Box. And all you have to do is email me.
Nice. There it is.
Dawn already knows my email.
Stand by.
Jamie Dot. at Avalara.com.
Jamie Dot.
Yeah.
Awesome.
Avalara.com.
Yeah.
You know, I really like the last name. Very interesting.
Thank you. It's French.
Yes. I was going to say something like that. French.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I just appreciate you guys putting me on the show today. We love the Intuit QuickBooks partner world. I mean, it's my happy place.
Well, you guys are pretty much one of the oldest ones, so it's really nice. Thanks for also sponsoring the show for so long.
Yeah, we appreciate that. Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Can I just ask a quick question?
Go ahead, Dawn. Yeah. Then she's got to go. She's got a vacation to go on.
I know
No, talk to me, girl.
I just want to throw out there too, if people have questions around how to get clients started, of course, being a pro and being a partner with Avalara is, I would say step one. But if you're not even sure how to do that, or if you want to do that, but you may want to research and investigate how Avalara can help your clients, even if you don't want to be a partner. I know there are some people who are like, can't take the payments and all the rest of that. They can opt out of that.
Yeah, they can.
To make sure that they just email you and reach out and stop doing sales tax, people.
No, why would you do that?
That's ridiculous.
That's like having a
No, it's crazy.
No, it's not even smart. It's not a revenue generating activity. It's not a revenue generating activity. It's just not smart. And
Exactly. Not a revenue generating activity.
The risk
Love it.
outweighs the profit.
That's awesome.
The risk is too
much.
much.
And Jamie, I just followed you on Twitter. So.
Thank you.
Yep.
I'm learning. I'm a newbie at Twitter. I'm old. It's my birthday tomorrow. You keep telling me I'm the oldest partner, and I am. It's my birthday tomorrow, Woody. Thank you.
Happy birthday. That is awesome.
Oh, my goodness. I won't remember when I turned 25. It was so long ago. When I turned, what are you, 23, 24?
I'm going to be 46.
Come on.
Yeah.
That's awesome. I'm still
right.
old.
That's ridiculous. So we want you to go enjoy your vacation.
Yes. What are you going to be doing, though? Any highlights you want to call out?
I'm going to be playing tennis. I'm going to be running. I'm going to be drinking wine. Okay. I've been sitting at this gorgeous house on this beautiful river looking at Smith Rock. I'm going to climb Smith Rock tomorrow.
Wow, good for you.
I might get my nails done.
Okay. Sounds good.
Yeah, get your nails done, because if they're not perfect, that's ridiculous.
I might even do a T-Sheets nail just for you and Kelly.
Oh, and an A.
All right, Jamie, thanks a lot for coming on, and appreciate it. And we'll make sure we post about the Hawaii contest, and you guys are awesome.
Love you.
All right, take care. Have a good day.
Happy birthday.
Take care, guys. Thank you.
Happy birthday.
All right, Dawn, so we have, well, that was cool. So Avalair.com, we want to thank them for that, and Jamie coming on, Jamee Nunnelee. Very nice, interesting name, French. So it is info.hawaii contest entry, info.avalera Hawaii contest entry. Wait a minute, I'm forgetting some dots, Don. You wrote it down, right?
info.avalera.hawaiicontestentry.com.
Yes. Okay. Man, that's
or just email Jamie.
Yeah, just email Jamie.
That would be my recommendation.
And that was jamie.nunnelee@avalera.com.
Yeah. Or email us, and we'll get you in the,
Exactly. Yes, we are what? Show at qbshow.com?
Yeah.
Something like that, I think so.
Info at something, or Dawn at Powerful Accounting, or Woody. Woody.
Yeah, Woody_Adams at intuit.com. That's fine. That's always easy. I actually respond to that more than any of the other ones. So Avalera, T-Sheets, of course, we talked about, tsheets.com. It's time tracking. And they also are coming out with inhalers. So you should check the website for that, tsheets.com, inhalers.
Yep.
And then and you have Fundera.com, of course, funding, getting funded. Don, hey, Don, what have you done? I mean, I hooked it up, pulled out the data out of QBO, and then it put in answered some questions, and it gave me a list of 8 banks to get a loan from. How much further have you gone with that?
Funded. I got funded within 3 weeks.
Wow.
But once you go through the process and you end up hitting submit on the Fundera site, you will get a call. There's flies. This is not me having some kind of a spaz attack. Well, maybe. But yeah, I was funded within 3 weeks. And it's interesting. I had an interview today with a nerd
Enterprises.com?
Nerd Pocket. I can't remember the name of it, which makes me a bad person. But anyway, I had an interview with her today. Actually, here it is right here. Hold on. Stand by, Woody, because this is really critical. I never can call out things, and so I'm trying to get better at that.
Go for it.
Her name was Teddy. She was fabulous. Like, I have a cat named Teddy. And she was just fantastic, and what a nice person. Anyway, she's at Nerd Ball, and she was asking me about how was my experience with Fundera and SmartBiz, loan, the actual funding, the loan company that ended up funding the loan. But it was just such an awesome, smooth process. But once I hit submit, I got a phone call from Fundera within an hour, and within 24 hours, I had everything they needed. And then when it was handed off to the bank, I had everything they needed within a week. And so within 3 weeks, I was done.
Wow, that is awesome.
I mean, that's because I got my stuff together. Like I'm obviously very well organized, and I should be. Got my stuff to them very quickly. It was easy.
You got it all up in Smart Vault. You just go ping it.
I just sent the link.
That's right. Send the link. Right. Send the link. Yeah. All right, well, awesome with that. So Fundera also would like to mention SkylineCloudServices.com, which we know them as Unidata. SkylineCloudServices.com. That's the new website, SkylineCloudServices.com. That's their new branding, Unidata. Right? I bet if you went to UnidataIT.com, you'd still get there. But
yeah, I think you still get there, but I don't think the phone number is right on that website. So you want to make the right website. But I'm just going to call out Carla, who's in support at Unidata, the best.
Yes.
In my opinion. So we now ask for her by name. We're just like, hey, dude, what's up? We don't want to talk to you. Give us Carla, because she knows what we're talking about. And she, when it comes to some higher level stuff with the hosting, she's unbelievable. Yeah. Within 2 minutes, we have our problem solved. She's just, and most of it's because we're trying to sync with third-party applications, or we're implementing a new product or doing something. And so, they have to change the environment based on how we're behaving.
Yes.
Makes total sense, right? It's easy for you to make those changes if you have a local server and you make those changes yourself, or your IT guy makes those changes. But when you have a hosted environment, they're controlling it a certain way for a reason. So sometimes you have to get them involved as you're implementing a solution and have multiple people, and you've got multi-user situations. So what I love is that I can count on calling them when we need to. You can't, some of the stuff you can't chat support. It's different than, asking a QuickBooks question or whatever.
Right.
It's an environment thing. So it's pretty cool though. So Carla up this morning. I just wanted to mention that. She's awesome.
Well, thanks. And again, you guys are always raving about what they do and their support and customer service and stuff. So SkylineCloudServices.com. I got to stop saying Unidata though. And then of course, our last sponsor, last but not least, they're the newest ones as well, QVinci.com. Okay, so reporting, dashboards, hooks up to QBO desktop, Excel, whatever you need. And you can log in. It's a web-based entry. And you can run reports.
Woody, about that?
Yeah.
I'm sorry, I always interrupt you.
No, that's all right.
I apologize.
No, I'm just happy to be here.
I'm happy that you're here. I would just say that one of the things that I find really beneficial about dashboard reporting is that the client never needs to get into QuickBooks.
Exactly.
Because they just don't. They're just going to screw it up in so many ways. So a dashboard reporting tool like QVinci with industry, ratios and other different things that dashboard will do that QuickBooks isn't meant to do and will never do. It's not supposed to. But it actually keeps your clients out of QuickBooks. I guess that's the way I would put it. And of course allows that combined reporting. But I think that that's just such an important point, that it's not just about combining reports from multiple companies, but it's also allowing business owners to get into their data without having to get into their data.
Yeah, totally. And we used to have that argument with why you'd get QuickBooks point of sale, so you don't have to be in the financial system. It's similar in theory to me.
Yep.
That's awesome. I wanted to quickly, and thank you for asking, James, buddy James Claim, on the, although I think I'm pronouncing his last name wrong. I do apologize. But asked if we're safe in Texas. Yeah, Texas has been crazy. Houston, west of us, there's been tornadoes. The flooding is unbelievable. Just crazy. We actually drove back from Arizona Saturday and Sunday. So Sunday was the long day, and I kept thinking we were going to catch up to the storm. So I could see it as soon as I entered QuickBooks. As soon as I entered Texas, and a little bit past El Paso. I know, past El Paso, I saw this huge storm front. I was like, oh, no, that's got to be it. But it kept moving further and further away, and we just never caught up to it, which is great. But then yesterday, it was just this huge band of terrible stuff going through. So my lawn's really long, and I keep wanting to mow it, but it's really wet. I got to wait. It's going to dry out eventually. But thank you, James. Yes, we're fine. Some people aren't. Some towns. I think there's one town called Bohm or Bohem or something, or Bomer. It's just like underwater. Like our houses are just underwater. It's just crazy. Unbelievable flooding. But hoping it's. Oh yeah, I drove by. So I was driving home. I drove by this church and the placard said, "Hey, whoever's praying for rain, stop."
It's us. We don't have any.
Please stop.
But that's really good.
I was crying. Oh man, but no doubt that's sad. Okay, so we are going to move on. Oh, here, Christine, do you know a QBO substitute for the QBO job stat, so the desktop job status report? Yes, the estimates list per Laura Redmond. I think I'm remembering this correctly from her advanced cert pamphlet. If you go to the estimate list report, and you can add status as a column, because I always like how in QBO there's you can track statuses right on the top part of the estimate, pending, etc. And you can filter by the particular, I guess, status if you want. You can see all your estimates that were what have you. So I think that's as close as you're going to get. The estimate list report, and then add the status column and use that. That's what we have right now. I mean, not tons, as Don will say, not tons of job costing reports are available. You got a P&L by job. You can do budget to actual as long as you have estimates. But I'm looking forward to when we add, more just standard canned out of the box job cost reports, which will be in there. Okay, it'll be in there. Just not saying when, Not going to say when. Because that's like the line I have to walk,
I get it, Woody. There's a lot of QBO questions.
Just can't tell you when. What?
I'm going to ask you. I love that you're in the Nerf thing, dude. I'm proud of you.
I'm not. I'm reading it from Twitter. Nerf doesn't like me. Doesn't let me in. Not doing Nerf.
You know what? Nerf. It's
yeah,
Nerf.
Unfollowed it.
Lost, Woody.
Moving away from Nerf. Yeah, it is my loss because you guys are having a blast in the chat.
No,
it's a lot of fun.
Lost, Woody, not yours.
But, no, I read Christine Galley's question right from here, and there's Kelsey, and there's Jamie, and there's.
Can you? Who else? Somebody asked QBO duplicate. Is it possible to duplicate transactions? It's a great question.
Yes. Hold on. Let me share out.
Share out.
Sharing
great
out.
Question. Lady Bo's
daughter. I'm going to go to a QBO. Notice, see, I'm clicking my little Google Chrome guy. And I'm picking, what do you say? Should we go into Abigail? Yeah, we'll go into Abigail. There we go. There's Abby. We'll go there.
Just followed her.
And
Abby.
Yeah, I should have a Twitter handle for Abby.
Kenny Johnson.
That's what I should have done.
I see him.
Hey, Don, did you see that picture of Mark Dean and Abby?
Yeah, it was fat. I couldn't even. I don't even know if I commented because I don't know if I.
I love that one.
Phenomenal.
Now it's funny when I'll get a few likes on my Facebook, and maybe if it's a good pick, I'll get 15. But when I tagged Mark Dean, it was like 200. I mean, that guy's just too cool, right? What can you say? Oh, and he wants to be on the show, and he's really bummed that we've never invited him.
Oh, we have to invite him. His voice is soothing, it's like cream.
He's awesome, man.
Ivy.
I love that picture. I'll bring it up on Facebook and bring it so everybody can see. All right, so let's see. First for Christine, then we'll do the duplicate thing. All reports. I think it's sales, and you have this. Where are you? Estimates by customer. I think that's what it is. Yeah, estimate list. Estimates by customer. And you choose, I'm just going to choose all dates because I don't know when I have my data for. And I know I need status. Let's make sure status is there. What is it? Expired, accepted by, status is already there. Good. All right, so status is there. It's by default. And then you go status, and here I can choose I don't know. And I don't think you can create other statuses for estimates. But if you look at all, it'll just show. So the key is when you're on the estimate, make sure you're choosing pending, accepted, closed, rejected, etc. And then I'm going to leave it for all. Abby's banging on the door.
Nice.
And then you can filter by a status or what have you, but statuses would be here, as well as the dates, expiration date, start date, things like that. So it's not really a job status report because there's no percent complete. There's no percent complete. I think that's, I would argue that we're missing. That and you know, the progress billing, I think, are those things. So, and you know, it's funny because when you go to an estimate in QBO, you know, all we need is like a markup column, right? We need a markup column. That's it. And those two reports. And then, you know, the ability to progress invoice. And here's where you track, you know, what status you're in. So I wonder if you can do statuses. If you can add more, that'd be sweet. Stacy would probably know this right away. Just trying to see. There's only like one preference really for estimates. I think it's the, oh, is it advanced? Sorry, Don, I know I'm boring you.
No, I'm doing
copy estimate to invoice here.
This is good. We're good.
I wish we had statuses. Yeah, so I guess, so again, it's limited for that kind of stuff. And that's maybe leverage a third party, but that's as close. I know in the advanced cert material, there's that. So let me go to an invoice. Here's how you duplicate a transaction. I think we call it copy though. I'm going to go to recent, this one, and down in the More tab, you have copy. That's going to create the next transaction. Let me see here. Every time you save an invoice, your customer will see it updated on the online page. Okay. So that's duplicating it, copying right there.
Nice.
So I have, yeah, L431 for Bayshore. Let me see. Let me go into the Bayshore. Yeah, cool. So it copied it and went in the next incremental number. I was hoping it wouldn't duplicate that.
Yep.
That's good. Good to know. What else was important? What was something cool today that I realized? No, that's it. That's all I got. So Don, yeah, you can duplicate. Is there anything else before I?
Yes. Is your family going to Scaling New Heights?
Oh, right, New Orleans. No, I think we're going to be in Austin for the QuickBooks Local Connect, though. We want to go to Austin. But that, yeah, that I don't think so. I'm going to. That's a good question. Let me stop, but I'm going to come back. Hold on 1 second here. I got to show the Mark Dean photo.
Yeah, that's critical.
That's cool. Now, Mark's my boss, for those of you who don't know who Mark is, and he's a site leader at Tucson, and he, and of course, I'm in Plano. I know it's kind of ironic, but he's, you know, over sales for AAG, for the Accountant Advisory Group, and just an all-around cool guy.
Cool dude.
And we hung out, went hiking, did all this cool stuff when we were in Tucson, and we had him over for dinner. And then here, let me share out now. And this is a great pic. All right, Don, here we go.
Bye, buddy.
You see it?
Look at that. Yeah. Oh, wait. Let me lock it on you. Look at that.
Mark and Abby. Yep. And that was at my buddy Chad Simpson's house. We stayed in this little guest house over on the right. And Mark has always known Abby from Twitter, you know, because I'll use her to for different posts and stuff just for fun. And he's like, wow, I got finally meeting this social, you know, genius, Abby, for the first time. There she is. He's like, wow, now I know what she looks like. You know what I mean?
Oh, that's
in
great.
real life. No, that's cool. That was fun. So Chad was very nice. He put us up the whole week, drove me into work. It was just awesome. Chad Simpson, if you guys ever see him at a conference or whatever, he's mostly in sales, but he gets out now and again. He's going to be at the AICPA show with me in Orlando. But he and his wife put us up, and it was just awesome. It was really cool.
You were chauffeured, Woody.
Just a great guy. I mean, it's a great guy. He's like, this is what friends do. And I'm like, sweet, man. Well, let me know when you're coming out to Texas, you can stay. And he's like, yeah, I'm not going to Texas. I'm like,
who goes there? That's not
smart move. All right. We should probably get some questions. But thanks for those questions.
Tell you one one
Yeah.
kind of cool thing, Woody. I thought if there was anyone in the entire universe who would appreciate this, you and maybe Jason, potentially.
Okay.
All right. I had a client last week hit 14,500 items.
What happened? Like exactly 500?
14,500.
Are you sure you actually, you mean you went into the window, the information?
F2'd, man. I F2'd it.
And it actually said it?
Well,
I've
so
never seen it.
here's what happened. They're a point of sale client, and they want to sync with QuickBooks Financial and sync the inventory items.
Oh, they're doing the detail too?
They want the
Not
detail, because what they want to do is they want to send the statements from QuickBooks Desktop because they're prettier. They don't want to print receipts. They don't want to email receipts at a point of sale. Hey, everybody's got their thing. It's totally cool.
All right.
So she syncs it up and the detail goes over, and that's totally fine with me. Well, the details came over.
It kills the...
And literally, you can't make this up. This is what I said to her. I said, you can't even make this stuff up. We go to sync QuickBooks with Desktop, and an error comes up on the receipt of item because we do a prepaid inventory for everything she pays. In QuickBooks Desktop, we do a prepaid inventory account. It's an other current asset account.
Yeah.
And then when she receives the items from point of sale, we make sure, first of all, the item receipt comes over and it matches the prepayment. If it doesn't match it, because for her, it's pretty straightforward. So if she ordered $875 worth of stuff, it comes over with $875 worth of merchandise, and she's got a prepaid for $875 and an accounts payable for $875. We just pull up the item tab, minus out prepaid, zero out the bill, and then we reconcile the prepaid account. So that report that comes up, only things that have not cleared, and we're always, it's always
awesome.
Damning. Like she's solid. So anyway, I'm sending over the thing because we're cleaning up the prepaid, and she's like, I see the error for the receiving vouchers, and I'm like, oh, there's an error. That's weird. So I open up the error, and she's like, oh yeah, that started the other day. And she's not somebody who skips errors. I'm surprised she hadn't called me and left me 70 messages. Everything, and I love that. Like we beg for clients who want everything perfect.
Wow.
So we found that out, and I said, okay, so let me look at the error, and I'm like, that's really weird. And then I keep sending it. I'm like, something's weird here. And I'm like, can't add inventory item, can't add inventory. And I'm like, wait a minute, are you kidding me? And I went over and I hit the F2, and sure enough, says items 14,500.
So
I was like, I wanted to take a picture for you, Woody.
Yeah, that would have been nice.
I'll take a picture.
I would have used it as a screensaver.
I know
my laptop screensaver.
Oh man, Woody will love that. So that was pretty exciting. That was last week.
Should be a bumper sticker. Should be a bumper sticker.
So guess what? So now you have to say to yourself, are you going in the right direction? No, I'm just kidding. Remember that? Are you?
Oh,
yeah.
Myron.
Myron. But so now you're deciding.
Is that a knife?
Huh?
Is that a knife?
That's pencil.
Okay, wow, it looks like a knife. I was like, dang.
I have weapons.
Yeah, hardcore out there. I know. You don't want anybody messing with your office.
I would probably myself, so I just use a pistol because it's pretty hard to launch that sucker without it being up to this. But so anyway, so now you're sitting there as the advisor. What do you tell them? Well, they have a couple of choices. Number one, they can do a condense the data file. So they could condense the data file, tear it down.
Yeah, well, yeah, but I wonder how much they're really going to cut down on that.
They don't like it. I mean, they have 14,500. They couldn't fit that many items in their store. So there's items that are in there from 5 years ago or 4 years ago when we started point of sale. So that was one option, which neither of us wanted to do because something goes wrong. It's a 1 week project. So I didn't want to do that. I said, okay, so that's one option. The other option is you stop sending the detail over, and you have no choice but to send any.
Right, summary. That's a preference.
It's a preference. You can do it like desktop.
But you can't do the
anymore. What is it? Not the desktop.
You can't do the statement though, like she wants it. Well, the statement though is the invoices though. I thought, not items.
Statement, if you do a statement with a detail of the items, it brings actually the items into the statement.
Oh, right. That and when you customize a statement, you can check the box. Got it. Nice.
So, you know, so there's always pros and cons and all that kind of stuff. Anyway, so then the third choice is to go to enterprise. Enterprise has unlimited number of items. So if it means that much to you, you got to buy a license of enterprise. It's going to cost you $800-900, and you can have that. You can have that option of unlimited items. So, you know, you just sit there, you're like, wow.
Is that what she's going to do?
Yeah.
Good.
She
Might as well.
So it's still frightening to, you know, when you have a client who's so detail oriented, like, you know, I know that I'll upgrade the data file. I've done this 9 million times, but I just have this feeling that there's just this one thing it's going to jack out on her and whatever.
Were you on the show recently when I had to restore an enterprise file for somebody? They wanted me to, no, it was a Premiere file. It was a QuickBooks Premiere file. And they wanted me to see if it was worth condensing or just go to enterprise. Took me a while. I had to do it on a different machine because my laptop just wasn't working out. I couldn't figure it out. And then I realized that the Premiere file was 1.5 gigs. Gig and a half in Premiere.
Dude, that's not even possible.
I didn't think that was possible. No, I'm sorry, gig. It was a gig, yeah, but still, to me, that's not possible.
When did they
but it was.
I
was in it. I don't know, but I was in it, and I was like, why did it? The laptop didn't work, and I don't know, is it? So I just put it on this test machine that had a clean 2015 and just restored it. I was like, oh, cool. All right, now let me go. Holy crap, right? I was just like, wow.
Yeah.
How are they getting by with that file in like Pro? That was the accountant who sent it to me. It's actually a Pro file. Really?
So they must be sending astronauts into space with whatever machine they're using, right? I mean,
totally. They must have a killer processor, right? No, that's awesome. No, that's great. So no, it's good to keep those fun things. Jason would have enjoyed that, and you should try to get a screenshot. We should put it on our QB show page.
I'm gonna see that computer tomorrow.
Is it an error or is it just there?
It's an error in the point of sale because it can't send the vouchers over. But QuickBooks didn't tell me because we don't add items in the.
Yeah, but if you were to add it, I bet you would have gotten an error.
Yeah.
I bet if you added a list element, it would have been like, ah. And not many people have seen that. Or maybe more people than I know have seen that. That's what I think.
Well, here's the weird thing. I'm going to take a picture of it for you because I have to. But here's the thing. It said 14,000. It looked, again, it was last Wednesday, but I'm pretty sure it said item list 14.5. And then it had, chart of accounts 72 or whatever. It looked like it had more than 14.5 list elements, which is weird. So I'm going to look again when I go.
Yeah, but I think only though it's total lists, I wouldn't be surprised if there's just a core group of lists that has to be the total, whereas you can have all these other, other weird lists. Like you could probably add more you could probably have 14,500 of names and like accounts and items, but then you might have a bunch of other customer vendor profile lists or classes or something like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I bet it's something like that. And the total's really from names and accounts and items. That's my guess, but I don't know.
I'm going to take a picture for you, Woody, and
it's going to be exciting. Yeah, and actually you should, if you can do that, the right-hand side where it lists the total of every single list element, it would be cool to see how many they really have over that.
Right. Yeah, that's what I'm going to find out.
That would be fun. Yeah. But only if you have time. I mean, does it really matter? They're going to upgrade anyway. Yeah, you're going to do it because you love it.
Yes, not because I have to, but because I want it. It's probably a whole nother problem.
I had a question. When your clients call you those 70 times, are you kind of value billing them and like they pay you monthly for whatever could come up, or are you actually dinging them for every single call?
It depends. So I have some on value billing, some that are on the hourly billing.
Okay.
I don't answer the phone if they call like that because it's usually if you wait, they figure it out. So we've learned, if someone's texting, this is urgent, or calling, this is urgent, we learn to wait to call them back.
Nice.
Because a lot of times they figure it out on their own. And if they don't, they can get a call back. We don't guarantee a callback time. That's ridiculous. I mean, we do our best to get back to people within a day, but
that's really good.
This isn't an ER. This is not, this is not, we're not on foot patrol here and we've just saw a drug deal and we got to take it down.
Right.
You know,
Right.
which would be fun. I'll have to wear one of my state police shirts on the show one of these times.
You have to. You should.
Yeah.
You should.
Super good
awesome.
stuff right there. I'm not going to lie.
Well, that's cool.
The advertisements for Spy with
Yes.
with Melissa McCarthy.
Yes.
He's
Oh, yes.
stole
That
that
looks
from me.
really good. That does look very good.
He owes me so much money. He steals everything from me. But she and I will have that conversation another time.
Oh, awesome. Oh, and Stacy would want us to mention, use hashtag QB Show Live. That's capital QBS and then capital L, QB Show Live. We pick winners each week to send QB Show t-shirts. You wear it at Scaling New Heights in New Orleans for a chance to win special prizes from our sponsors. And we're pretty much less than a month out from, no, I bet we're a month even right now from SNH. So, you know, a month, maybe 5 weeks. We're right there. I think maybe a month from Sunday, or is it a month from this coming Sunday? I'd have to look at a calendar, but we're close. And NOLA, it should be a lot of fun. Now, I heard Laura Redmond grew up there, so she knows where all the cool spots are in the quarter. So if you know Laura, she already has written a blog on it, where to go, where to dine, and stuff like that. Hashtag QB Show Live. We pick winners each week to send QB Show t-shirts. Okay, where did SNH? Special prizes from our sponsors. And I don't know what those prizes are. I don't think Don knows either. But sorry, whenever I think hashtag, I think of the T-Sheet skit with outgoing Jesse and incoming
Kelly.
Kelly, of course. That was really, really funny.
It's one of the best.
It is. It's
I played it
outstanding.
once in a while.
Well, do we have it? Can you play it?
I
You
might
share it out or no?
go ahead and keep talking for a
Yeah, I'll
minute.
keep talking. You try to find it. It's gold. You got to see it. I think that people would hear it, right? If you can hear it, they should be able to hear it.
Yeah.
All right. So Stacy got a question, and it was actually Dawn's colleague or peer emailed Stacy looking specifically for a profitability by customer, but only showing the sales total for certain products. Said you can do it in desktop, but I can't find it in QBO. And I think she started from sales by
Actually,
a P&L.
here.
I think she started with the profit and loss, filtered for customers, and then total for certain products. Wait, you do that, Don. I'm gonna have to figure this one out. Let me go to an easier one.
Right. I got the video.
Oh, you got it here. Yeah, you do that while I'm doing this. So Don's gonna share out. Don's gonna share out and
this. You're missing it.
yeah, and I'm gonna go ahead and be quiet and do something
All right.
with this report.
All right. Going like this. Can you see my screen, Woody?
Hold on. Let me go back and look. Yes.
Okay.
Passing the T-Sheets torch. All right, let's see if we can see. It's 2 minutes long. It's really funny.
Kelly? Hi. Thank you for coming in today. Let's go on back and have a little chat. Lisa, hold my calls. Kelly, it was very nice to meet you. You as well. I've been looking over your resume. It looks like you're highly qualified. But I wanted to bring you in because this job requires a certain set of skills. If you don't mind, I have a couple of questions for you. Give you your best shot. I like to give out money. In fact, our pros refer clients to us all the time, and we give them a 20% commission on those referrals. So I want you to give me your best make it rain. Make it rain. Cha-ching! Excellent. Well done. Our t-shirt pros require the most specialized of diets. Can you handle that? I think I've got that covered. Excellent. How do you feel about wigs and costumes? Actually, I don't like to wear them. I feel pretty natural with a wig. See that? Our pros are very social. I'm going to throw a few of these hashtags your way. I'd like you to just respond with whatever comes to mind. Hashtag time tracking. Hashtag softest shirts in the universe. Hashtag Nan chapter. Hashtag accountants rock. Hashtag Brad Smith. Hashtag QB Connect. Hashtag Intuit. Hashtag Intuit Online. Hashtag my superpower is. Hashtag sass. Hashtag Skeeter Sleeter. Hashtag QB show. Hashtag talk nerdy to me. Hashtag QBO chat. Hashtag party bus. Hashtag pro advisors are awesome. Hashtag pro advisors know how to party. Hashtag unicorn libations. Kelly, I have to say I am most impressed. I would like to extend an offer to join the family. And I have a little something for you. This necklace is only for the chosen program director. T-shirts, accountant program.
That is awesome.
Welcome, Kelly. Thank you.
Yes, that was very good. I love that. Don, that is hysterical.
Oh my goodness, I can't even
know
how funny that is.
Okay. So I think I have, hold on, still figuring it out. Customers for specific customers. Okay, select multiple. Let me see. Well, it's close to this, but you guys might have to take it and go from there. Yeah, that looks enormous, that report. I know it's a profitability by customer job, subtotaled for items. Now, Stacy had it and I forgot. Let's see if she has the notes in here. And actually it's, yeah, profitability of our product. Well, we're going to leave that for her.
You know what?
I didn't prepare it, so I don't.
Yeah, you can do it next week.
Yeah, we can do it next
That'll
week.
be fine. So
Okay.
question, or
Yeah.
I guess comment is probably more, this is, people to be aware of. The IRS isn't always right. So that's
yes.
my own comment. Okay. So I'm going to be teaching a course at Scaling New Heights about when your client gets a notice from the IRS, like what to do, what do you do? I'm gonna dive into what should you do when your client gets a notice, or I'll also touch on what happens when maybe you get contact from a tax attorney or a forensic accountant or somebody who is looking for some help with QuickBooks specifically, and how can you help with those? But we did receive a notice last week from a client who we subsequently fired. We received a notice from them, and the notice was totally wrong on the, as far as what exactly the IRS was accusing them of being late for a penalty. And it was, what they had on there was totally wrong, which is really fun for me because I love to tell them how wrong they are.
Yeah.
But yet at the same time, follow the rules and resolve the problem for the client. But they are wrong on occasion. So I just want people to keep that in mind, that when a client calls, and if you're not getting calls from necessarily your clients, but you may be getting calls from new clients who are having these notices and they're getting notifications, don't always assume that the IRS is obviously, I would think this is obvious, but clients panic. I literally had a client today drive here because she got a notice from the IRS. And we have sent correspondence on her behalf. It was because she hadn't reported some stock sales in an investment portfolio that, she's an older person, if that's fair to say. She didn't really know, sometimes they just don't know. So the full extent of the gross proceeds will report to the IRS. The IRS is telling them they owe $125,000, and that'll freak people out. And so, just understand that especially when that stuff happens, to just be, as calm as you can be to help deflect their freak out.
Yeah.
What I just told her was, just come to the office. Just come here. And she's like, I don't want to open it unless you're on the phone with me. I said, how about if we open it together in my office? Come on in. And we sat here, and the root of the story wasn't that she got the notice because she knew we were taking care of it, but her best friend died yesterday. That was really the root of the freak out. Yeah. And so, as we all see on Facebook or the various social medias, you don't know what's happening on the other end of that email or on the other end of that phone. And we would always hope that our clients and our colleagues would understand in a vice versa scenario. Doesn't always happen. But it wasn't really the notice she was freaking out over. So, and the IRS is wrong because we've amended the return and sent in everything they need, but they, it takes them 7 years to forgive, but the other way around, it takes them 7 years to forgive the client, but when it comes to the client owing them money, they want it yesterday.
Right.
But
totally.
That's a 7-hour presentation about that.
Totally.
Anyway, fun stuff, Woody.
Well, thanks for sharing that. And we already answered the duplicate invoice thing. You just go to invoice and copy it. Difference between the Pro Advisor program and the free one, or this Pro Advisor program and the one that you pay for. So the one you pay for is for desktop software, and the desktop certification and that kind of stuff. The free one is if you're just going to support QuickBooks Online clients and you sign up for QuickBooks Online Accountant, you can also sign up for the Pro Advisor program or the free version of that. It doesn't come with any desktop software or any desktop certifications, okay, or any desktop training. It's just for QuickBooks Online. So you might have, like Don has people who are desktop certified, and some of them are also QBO certified. And so it's really up to you. If you had new staff in the office and they are real savvy on the web and you're starting to grow your QBO base, you might just save the $550 and just have them be QBO certified and just work on those clients. So anyway, yeah, why not? Go ahead.
Honestly, because here's the thing. For me is that, well, we're a small company. If we were probably 9, 10, 11 staff deep, I would likely do that, Woody.
Yes.
For me, as a 5-person or 6-person firm, we have to be cross-trained only because if 2 people are sick in 1 week and those 2 people are the QBO people and my desktop people don't know. So I think there's a mix, and I think you're right, though. There may come a point where you're growing so much in your practice that you don't need people that are desktop certified, or you don't need the people that are the desktop certified people maybe don't necessarily need to be maybe vice versa, but we're too little. We got to know.
Yeah. And again, I think it's important to be able to support both platforms. I mean, if you just look at the numbers, you got.
It says we're not doing desktop anymore will be the day I stop certifying people on desktop. There's just so many.
Right. And we're not saying that. I'm not going to say. You know what I mean? And we have no plans at all to do that.
Nope.
So
nope.
I think Don, you're going to be getting certified in desktop for a while.
And I'm QBO certified. I'm not QBO advanced yet. But I will at some point definitely do that. Before I do that, I have to get certified fraud examiner license, which my goal is before scaling new heights. But then I will conquer QBO advanced cert.
Awesome.
Because I want to know it. I want to know it really well. I mean, Stacy, actually, one of my clients that it was probably many months ago, we were going to move him to desktop because of the printing checks issue. And Stacy showed me, or we talked about kind of using a second user and all that, but I think Intuit fixed the switching between accounts printing issue because we're having no problems printing checks now. So they're still on QBO.
Really?
I helped them wait it out. Basically just ignored them. But there had been an issue with when you switch between checking accounts, the lineup had historically gotten a little jacked up, but we're not seeing that anymore. And she also helped me with the, it sounds like really dumb, Woody. So I'm not advanced, okay? But an end user basic QBO level to learn the folder structure that you can have multiple, just have a balance sheet come up, doesn't matter who you're logged into, is like a really big deal for those of us who are used to the icon bar. It's the same thing.
Right.
It's really awesome. So if you take the time to learn those things that you're used to in the desktop that they have an implementation for it, it's just not the same, but that's okay. You know what I mean?
And I've been putting together a job aid for Tucson for the inbound sales team because they do mostly desktop and some QBO, and they're starting to sell more QBO.
Sure.
But there's some lingo lost in translation, between desktop and QBO. So like payroll summary report, we all know what that is in desktop, but you can't run the payroll summary in QBO payroll because it's not the same report. You need the payroll details report to get something close. Items list is now products and services list. Preferences. Preferences is now company settings. You know, I mean, so I've started to put together a grid, and it's actually, you know, I'm sure I could keep going, but I probably got to like 20 lines. I'm like, wow, yeah, so there's some language difference, and people will get confused. Probably some names of reports. Totally. No, I get that.
It makes sense, though, both ways. The one thing, I'm glad that you mentioned payroll, Woody.
Yeah.
It's interesting. I was having a conversation with another pro advisor today about just really broad definitions within payroll setup. We were specifically talking about desktop, but one of the things that you have to do in the desktop if you want to file those 941 forms through QuickBooks, if you have enhanced payroll,
yeah,
you do have to sign up for that with the IRS with your subscription. People don't realize that, and then if it's a client, they get a PIN, they get a 10-digit PIN, or if you're you have a PIN, but you have to have the client fill out paperwork. So it was interesting how sometimes we overthink, or we just are so used to doing the certain things a certain way, and it's the EFTPS information is already memorized within enhanced payroll if you're using desktop, or if you're in QuickBooks Online with online payroll. You make all of these assumptions, and you totally forget how to get back to the root of how you even set it up, because it was maybe 7 years ago, and you're like, oh crap, I don't even remember.
Right.
And I had to call Ann in. I'm like, Ann, I don't even know what the heck is going on. I forget how we do this. And so she, we went and looked it up, and it had the help menu was really helpful. But it's just interesting how, people who use QBO all the time have that lingo exactly the same. Right. When they have the desktop, we have our lingo, and the two together is a dual language that we all have to kind of get used to.
Yeah, let's go over this. Let's go to the, see if I can find it. Is it, oh, I might not be able to find it. Yeah, here we go. Let's share out. This is the beginning of a job aid. Maybe it'll be helpful for others too. I don't know. You guys see can you see my Word doc, Don?
Yep, I see it.
So, yeah, language translation. File manager. So, I was equating them, the dashboard in QBOA, the client dashboard, I was kind of equating that to, when we came out with file manager to manage like where all the files are for all the clients. And though it's not the same thing because file manager was local and it wasn't like a networking thing, it made it relatable to them because they remember that, so, and it's a way better file manager because it's on a much grander scale because everybody can work off the same list, etc. Oh, reports filter is reports lists, although I think it's not always going to be lists. Statement writer, though management reports really isn't as robust as QSW, it allows you to build a report package. I was showing this to a firm this afternoon before I came home. And they customize all these reports in QBO, basically like different profit losses, balance sheets, et cetera, for different periods. They customize them. And they've been put, and even in the desktop, and they put them together with like, Word doc and stuff like that. I'm like, well, use this because you can add your pre and post notes and things like that without having to do Word, just for a logo, et cetera. Items list, right? It's called products and services, preferences, company settings, memorize transactions, recurring transactions, memorize reports, my custom reports, audit trail, audit log, credit card charge. It's really a credit card expense. You use the actual expense form in QuickBooks Online to create a credit card charge. There's no credit card charge, but ironically, there's a credit card credit. Someone please explain that one to me. And then you have class tracking, and then class and location tracking, plus level. So we can go on. I'm going to still look for others, but they wanted like, the lingo translation. So on calls, they can speak, in a more confident way, stuff like that. But anyways, well, thanks for letting me share that.
That was great. Good stuff.
I'm working on that. Yeah, maybe I can share it.
Joni's in the chat room, and she said, Joni, who is with Cloud.
Joni Man?
Yep, with Skyline Cloud Services.
Isn't that bookkeeping, bunny bookkeeping, and bunny slippers?
Joni's with
Something
Skyline.
about a bunny. Okay, sorry.
Yeah, it's all good. It's not. We already went
I
to the Easter thing, so I'm not sure why you're. Maybe you saw some bunnies in the desert, which would be weird.
No, there's a lot of rabbits. I don't equate Easter with rabbits anyway, but there's a lot of rabbits in the area of our home.
Okay.
They're everywhere, man.
You
walk out of the house, they're running all over the place.
The animals say hello.
Oh yeah, Ann. Yeah, what's going on?
How are you?
Hey, did Ann ask the profitability by customer report?
Yes, she did.
Okay, so what was Stacy's answer? Because I forgot what the answer was.
He pulled the P&L.
P&L.
Yeah. P&L and yeah.
Something like that. So that was the base report. But I tried it. I was trying it, and I still mucked it up. So we'll wait for Stacy to come on and show it. But I don't remember. Did she group by customers or group by the products and services? Do you remember offhand?
It's a lot of pressure, Woody.
She gave me
I know.
explicit instructions with pictures and everything. It was beautiful.
Okay.
Yeah.
Awesome. All right. Well, it worked. All right. So we'll have her do that next week. That'll be fun. So Don, we're at the end. We want to thank Jamee Nunnelee from coming on from Avalara. I hope she's having a great vacation there in Bend, Oregon, and thank her for coming on, even though she was on vacation. I think that's awesome.
Very nice of her.
And Don and I had fun. We talked. We hashed out some stuff. We did some desktop stuff. We did some QBO. Shared out a bit.
We got around.
And Stacy's still got power out, so we're hoping her power comes back on. And
all right, right on.
That's about it.
That's
all I got.
Yeah.
Anything else?
Nope, I got nothing.
All right, well, we'll see you guys next week. Thanks for watching the QB show and listening to the week, and see you next time.
I love you, Woody.
All right, take care.
Out.
No away thumb drives, no attachments. Get the files anywhere when you're permitted access. What's the matter? Frustrated with the hassle? Jump up in the cloud and join us in the castle.
High up in the clouds and we're